Well, I don't have great news for you today in the bond market. Our interest rates the last 2 days have really suffered. This is primarily because the job report came out and there were a ton more new jobs created than what was suspected and what was expected. So, with that, when that came out, that means that the economy is still roaring a little heavier than we would like it to when it comes to interest rates. Means that there is a ton new jobs created, and maybe inflation is still something that we are going to have to combat, and possibly even the feds had decreased that rate a little more aggressively than needed, so that bond market responds very quickly. This is Recharging with Champions. I'm your host, Charlotte Harrell, and I just want to give you some of the background and understanding so that you can go out and create a post on your social media for this weekend for all of your clients that might be looking for houses or thinking about buying houses, just so that they can understand the market that they are in. Remember that interest rates change all day, every day during the week. So Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday, those interest rates are always going up and down, just like the stock market. And that bond market, when it reacts poorly to news like a really good roaring new jobs creation list, sometimes those interest rates do get hit for that because inflation is rising. So, with that being said, the national average today for the 30-year fixed interest rate with perfect credit, remember, there's a lot of things that go into your interest rates, but with perfect credit, that interest rate is looking at about 6.49 for the national average for the 30-year fixed interest rate. So, with that being said, if you look at the very best day in our bond market, when rates were at their lowest this last month, we were sitting at about 5.875, 6.125 as the national average for that interest rate. So, if you have someone that was pre qualified after September the 1st, have them reach out to and talk to their mortgage banker before they go in and make an offer. Just because a 0.5% interest rate can make a very big difference to your client's monthly payment, which is why when the rates go down, we try to get people very engaged quickly to go out there and make an offer and lock in that interest rate. But right now, if you have someone that was not pre qualified prior to September 1st, because we're about back to where we were on September 1st in the bond market. So if you've got somebody that was pre-qualified recently, have them go back to their mortgage banker, have them go back to their loan officer, and just rerun the numbers. Because the last thing you want to do is have someone fall in love with the house that is not in their price range. So make sure you're showing them the right houses this weekend. In the meantime, go out and share the news. Remember, I do have the graphic. It is in the toolkit, and it is just the graphic that shows what the mortgage backed securities have done this week. You're going to see the red, which means that the mortgage backed bonds are not doing very well, which means the interest rates have increased. I also put a little blurb about the national average and what the lowest we've seen in the last 30 days when it comes to that national average has been. So make sure you share the information, be the guru, let people know what to expect, and go show some amazing houses and get people under contract. Happy Friday, and I hope you have a fantastic week.